Sometimes God lets your pain preach to people your voice could never reach. And sometimes God will let the pain you are in and the pain that you've been through and the hurdles you've had to overcome and the giants you've had to defeat and the mountains you've had to scale preach louder than your voice ever could, because if you don't have something that people can identify with, then they won't listen to you. One thing most of us can always identify with, we can always identify with pain. And so instead of complaining about it, ask God what is it He desires to reveal through it. And if God doesn't pull you out of it, ask God to deliver you through it. And if it continues to exist in your life, then allow it to teach you something. If it continues to dwell in your life, allow it to advance the gospel of Jesus in your life. If you, like Paul, have a thorn in your flesh and you pray to God and you ask God to remove it, and God simply says, my grace is sufficient for you. What God is saying to you, that what you are going through is not just for you, it's for those that will come behind you, because they need to see someone who models what I look like and what I sound like, even in the worst of times. So verse 58, it begins by saying, and when they had driven him out of the city. This is important for us to understand and take notes of, because they tried to expel what they could not control. Religion has this crazy way of trying to remove what it cannot refute. And so often people will try to silence you because they can't control you. And they'll label you and they'll put their own stamps on you because they can't control you. The reason they can't control you is because you're no longer the same person that they met years ago. And have you really noticed the people you no longer hang around, they didn't really like you for you. They liked the way you made them feel when they didn't want to change. And then when you change, they start complaining and saying, you've changed. You're right, I've changed. I'm not working all this hard to stay the same. God didn't send His Son to be crucified on the cross, to be buried and resurrected for me to stay the same. Yes, I'm changing, I'm maturing, I'm transforming into the very person that God has asked for me to be. So stop debating whether you've changed or not and just acknowledge you have changed and you are changing and you are becoming more like Jesus Christ.